All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we went over today. Yesterday, we introduced the concept of structs. Today, we're going to do some light reading more on the subject. So next, we'll put some data into our person struct. We will use the constructor we used for the previous examples. Note, we can also load this state variable person into memory. This is how we can do that. First, we'll have a p colon, and then we'll declare a data type. The data type will be the struct of person we created. Now, all we have to do to load it into memory from state variable is set it equal to self.person. This will copy the state variable, meaning it will copy the data of name and age from the state variable person into memory into a variable called p. Now, if you wanted to now modify this, you could say p.name and p.age and enter in the new data for both states. Now, the difference is that the data in self.person is stored in a state variable, while the updated data in P is loaded into memory. So when we deploy our contract, the updated data will not be reflected since it is stored in the memory and not in our state variable. Now, the state variable has the original data, and that data will be accessed once we deploy our contract. And this is what we'll have here, as you can look. We're actually going to run this tomorrow in our remix ID. I'm just giving you a look at what it looks like now to give you a feel of what we're going to be doing. So this right here is how we're going to load the information into memory, and you can see this is how we can update it. This is our P state that we created. We're going to use the person equals self.person to actually create the new information of Python in 33 for name and age. Well, this information here, the self.person.name and self.person.age, are the original information that's going to get entered into our constructor. As you can see here, it says self.person, but I'll show you the difference between these two tomorrow when we actually run it. Just for now, you can know that this right here is the original data, and this information is actually going to get ran or called on once we deploy our constructor. As you recall, the constructor gets called, and everything inside of the constructor gets called immediately once we call on our constructor. This information here will get loaded into memory and not actually called. But again, we'll go over more of that tomorrow when we actually run it inside our Remix IDE, and I will keep you posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.